So this video is going to be a little different than my normal ones because I need your help. There's a lot of you. Thank you for that. There's a lot of you. So at least 5 people, please play this game with me. So I like testing theories. And the theory that I have that I cannot test right now because I don't have my person. So I can't test this theory. So I'm calling all couples. You know, I want you to sit down, each take a turn, right? And I would like you to have a notebook so you can write it down and you could track it. So I would like you to sit down and ask your person, do you need something from me? Right? So you ask them, do you need something from me? And I heard someone go, well, what do you mean? Don't make it so specific. Don't make it, oh, this only this area of life that you can ask for something. Just, do you need something from me? And they'll look at you, and it's a two-part question. You ask them, do you need something from me? And do you know what it is? Because sometimes we need something from someone, but we don't quite know what it is. We know we need something, but we don't know what it is. So what happens is you try to figure out what it is by seeing what fits. And most of the time, that's a horrible, flawed premise because then the other person's like, what the hell is happening? Meanwhile, you're trying to get a need met that you don't know what that need is. Does that make sense? But the beauty of it, most of the time, you know, the minute someone says to you, what do you need from me? Your spirit automatically knows what it is. And now you can muscle test to find out what it is. You understand? So you go, do you need something from me? And do you know what it is? Now let's just pretend like the person knows what it is. Those are the couples that I'm talking to. I'm talking to the couples that you know what you need, right? So then you tell them what you need, right? That's the other person. The first person asks the other person, what do you need from me? And this is not a back and forth, one person at a time. I would recommend doing one day one person and one day another person so that one person can start whatever's going on. But that is up to you. You can do but a couple hours apart. I just want you guys to make sure both people get served, because if both people don't get served in a relationship, it's not it's not a connection. You're trying to have a connection and a covenant with someone, and if they give to you and you don't give back, it's not completing the circuit and the connection is broken. People, they use spells with like relationships and all, but it's all frequency. It's all math. The only thing they should have taught us in school was math, because math governs everything. If you don't complete the circuit, it's not going to work. So you have to find time where both of you have the same amount of time and same amount of freedom to say what they want. If you do not feel comfortable telling your partner what you want, there's something that needs to be cleared. There's also a lack of trust. There's a level of trust that they need to get to that they're not on. Yes, because there's levels to trust. I'm a Scorpio, so there's definitely levels to trust. Yes, there's levels to trust. So the level that they need to be on, they're just not on that level yet. Does that make sense? Because I know for me, you have to start and build your way up to whatever you need. I got you. You understand? You got to build yourself up to that. You have to jump through hoops. You have to, prove yourself that I can give myself to you and trust you, and I can just be vulnerable with you and just raw. You know how powerful I am? Are you crazy? You understand? That's like Samson did that shit and got his hair cut. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and I've been pretty much Samson in a lot of my relationships. And now for me, there's levels. So make sure the person is on the level where you can be vulnerable with. If they are not on the level that you can be vulnerable with them, do not do this exercise. It's my exercise, and I'm telling you now, don't do it, because you're not going to get what you need to get out of it. This exercise is for couples who trust each other. You have to be on that level of trust where I can tell you what's in my heart and you won't use it against me. I can tell you that I'm wounded and you won't take my wounds and make a mockery out of it. Does that make sense? You have to be at a certain level to play this game. So don't, if you are not at that level, I will not recommend you play this game because it's not going to end well. Does that make sense? You're going to get hurt in some way, shape, or form, or disappointed. And for me, I'd rather be hurt sometimes than disappointed. Disappointment rots your core. It makes your teeth break. You understand? So this game right now, or this theory we're testing, is for couples who have the same level of trust. They can be open and honest with each other. They can tell each other how they feel, and the other one will never use it against them or never throw it in their face. That's for these couples. So back to that. So you are going to be like, what do you need from me? What do you need? Do you need something from me? Right? And do you know what it is? Does that make sense? You can do it however you want to do it. I'm just throwing an idea out there. I just actually need the data. That's what I need. I need the data. How did the data work? You know? So, and they would tell you what they need. Yes, I know what I need from you. And then they tell you what they need. Your job is to go, how do you want me to give it to you? I see some people going, oh shit. Yeah. Because I know for me, I used to ask people what they needed and they would tell me, and I would just run off and go do shit. But I didn't know if that's how they wanted me to do it, because I tend to do things the way that I would want it done and not the way that the other person might want it done. Does that make sense? So if I'm doing something for another person, I got to find out what that person wants and how that person wants it. I can't do it the way I would want to do it because I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for the other person. You understand? I'm doing it for the person who I'm with. So that's the theory I want you to test. I want you to ask them, how do you want me to do it? Like, if they say I need to feel that you love me, you understand, you would ask them, how do I do that? And this is what I said, the level of trust has to be right, because if she turns around and go, or he turns around and be like, oh, I've been with you this long and you don't know, that is not okay. That is not okay. It is not okay. And it's the quickest way to shut it down. It is not okay. Dude, this is the first time they're doing it. This is, even if you've been married for decades, it's still the first time they're doing it. And I know for me, who gets me, I change. I change rapidly. Does that make sense? Like one day I'm doing this, the next day I'm doing this. One day I'm a podcaster, the next day I'm a public speaker. You understand? It goes fast. It goes fast, goes very fast. So people change, people evolve, people are evolving, they're waking up, they're so much things are happening. So you can't expect the person just because even if you were married since high school or dating since high school, you don't know that person. You have no idea who that person is right now, because that person isn't the same person that they were in high school. I know for a damn fact that I'm not who I was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was a completely different woman. And it's like I look at the woman I am now, and I'm the woman 2 years ago wanted to be. You understand? Who work towards being that. So everyone is moving forward, even if you're tripping into success. Like I tell you all the time, I tripped into it. I was like, oops, and I ended up here. Granted, my knees will bust up, bust up knees, and bloody nose, I was like, up, hair all fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But I made it. As a mom, I made it here, and I'm trying to teach you how to make it too. And especially, this is especially for, I'm so jealous. I'm just going to say I'm jealous for those who come into you, have come into union with your person. If you are with your person, I really want you to test this theory out, because that's your person. That's who you are designed for, and who they're designed for you. So it's like, I would love for you to test this theory, because it's like you'll be able to reach a level of trust that a regular person who wasn't their person would never reach. They would never reach it, and to know what they need from you will help the relationship grow, because once they know that you're invested in making them feel better, and making them move quicker, and making them achieve more, the relationship can't help but grow. And they reciprocate, they close the circuit. Come on, I'm jealous. You understand? That's what union is. It's just a complete circuit. Does that make sense? Union with your person is just a complete circuit. You completed the circuit, because they're doing and you're doing. It's a ping pong relationship, like back and forth. You understand? But no one's trying to outscore the other person. They're just, you give me, I give you. You give me, I give you. And it's funny because when I was growing up, I always heard the saying, my Gen Xer is there, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. But they tainted it on purpose, because they made it like a negative thing. I know when I was growing up, it started to, in the beginning, it was fine, but then it got into like real weird territory. And it was just like, and it became a very taboo saying. But it is one of the best sayings to complete a circuit and have a connection running properly. Because if I take care of you, you need to take care of me. That's just the law of even exchange or equivalent exchange. And if you don't do that, you're breaking it, which is breaking the covenant, which is breaking the connection. The connection has to be reciprocal. That's what makes shit go up. Does that make sense? So although I'm jealous, I am so happy for you. I really am. I know my face doesn't seem it, but I'm so happy for you. I am very happy for you, because I know if you've come into union, it's been a long road, and you still have challenges ahead. But you're gonna do great. You guys are gonna do great. I'm so proud of you. So I would love everyone to test this theory if you can. And the thing is, you know what? We're I no we I am when I say we, I mean I am making this too small. You can do this with your children. You can do this with your parents. Your parents can do it with the children, with you as the adult child. What do you need from me? And then if you know what you need from that person, you tell them, I need this. And they ask, well, how do you want me to give it to you? How do you want me to get this done? Like what translates this to you? Because we're literally planets just flying around in the solar system called Earth. We all are different. We're not the same. What makes me happy may not make him happy. What makes him happy may not make me happy. The way he'll do it for him won't make me happy because he's not doing it right now. He's doing it for him. He's not doing it for me because he's doing what he would do for himself. Or I'm doing what I would do for myself. That's not helping him. That's not completing the circuit. That's keeping it here. It's keeping it here. It's not doing this. You understand? We don't want this anymore. We don't want incomplete circuits. I'll make that shirt. We don't want incomplete circuits. We want connections. The connection is you give, I give. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. You know, not in a weird way, but it's a complete circuit. So please, can at least 5 people do this so I could test this theory and put it in my archives, so I have my plan in place. I have my plan in place for when my person comes in. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for always hanging out with me for my shenanigans and my beautiful jewelry. Stay blessed. Deuces, and I'm out.